Turn on the recordings, Happy. I can't help it. I hug her back as I quietly sob, only barely mindful of my strength, trying not to squeeze the life out of this woman. She doesn't mind anyway. She takes a deep, shuddery inhale, and gets a hold of her own sobbing just enough to lean back and look us both in the eyes. The cold one too, like the rest of her. And then she speaks. Hold up, there's a song recommendation in here. I don't know what it is. How quiet. Turn on something else then. My precious Trent, he spoke so highly of you too, right down to the end. He loved you both, you know. I see him in your eyes, both of you. The same passion he carried. Even if one of your passions is to beat people up and extort money from people. Are you going to be Mr. Shakedown or Kiryu? Time will tell. What? She looks over her shoulder, past the wing at the coffin, where he lies peacefully. Thought the dam had already broken. Something else aches in my chest as she continues to speak. But something else threatening to splinter. You, my love, you never died. You're still here, right? With these two, aren't you? I mean, he's literally spooky ghost haunting D, so yeah? She lets out a watery half sob, half chuckle. She turns back to us. My head is thrumming. I would have just go with throbbing, man. You don't need to thrum it up. That's not a joke. I'm just saying thrumming is a bit of an odd verb. It's not a standard traditional one, so it distracts a little bit from the flow. He would be so proud. In fact, I know he is. My dears, thank you. Thank you for carrying his passion with him. With him? You're talking about his passion continuing on. Aren't you saying thank you for carrying his passion with you? Like you're twisting up tenses here. I can mourn easily, knowing that he still walks right behind you both. Thank you. And just like that, without a care for anyone around me, without a second thought, I let out a low, mournful wail. Olivia's sobs reach a crescendo too with mine. Mrs. Yacht, there we go. Why did you call him Mr. Yatacon's wife earlier? Mrs. Yatacon only hugs us tighter, bearing a fist between us. For those who need to know, I'm still in chucklefuck mode because that's how I deal with my problems. It's indistinguishable from otherwise, I know. But I assure you, it is mostly me trying to sidestep things so that it doesn't build up. You know, it's like running between shelter in the rain. If I break it up enough, it can't build up. Because I've been there. It always feels like it's always one too many times at the minimum, right? It's never the right amount, never less. Always at least one too many. The air's thick, oppressive, like the weight of grief has settled on all of us, making it hard to breathe. I cling to Mrs. Yatacon, to Olivia, to anything that grounds me. The warmth of her brings the steady rise and fall of her chest. Olivia's shaking sobs, the only thing keeping me tethered to reality. The world outside these feathers, outside of this moment, doesn't matter. I feel like a part of me has been ripped out, and I'll never get it back. He's gone. I can't even remember the last thing I said to him. Did I thank him? Did I tell him how much he meant to me? I feel like a piece of shit. Like a nasty, grimy little worm. Should be commas in there. It isn't even worth a fraction of what he saw in me. You're supposed to put commas between different adjectives. But yeah, man, that's how it catches up to you. Suddenly you realize how much autopilot blurs things. I glance at Olivia through blurry eyes. Also, this is like, what, the third fucking time you've been sobbing in a woman's chest? And it's been a different woman every time! How is Olivia not jealous of what you're getting up to, buddy? I glance at Olivia through blurry eyes, my face buried against Mrs. Yatacon's chest, too. And I can't help but feel a rush of guilt. This hurts so much. By now must be tearing her apart in ways I can't imagine. Mr. Attica wasn't just a teacher. He was like a father to... There we go. One of the only stable things in our life. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Mrs. Attica rubs my back gently, the voice soft and full of understanding. You don't have to right now, sweetie. It's okay to be lost for a little while. Actually, that's contorting the message by saying a little while. It's lost for a while, Safi. I hate how understanding she's being, how nice she's being to us. How it's the funeral for her husband. It makes it all too real, too personal. This grief, this loss. It's not something that's happening around me. It's something that's happening to me. To Olivia, to her, fuck, to everyone in this room. It's all too close, and I don't know how to deal with that. At the same time, her words loosen something in me. Maybe it's okay not to have answers. Maybe it's okay to just be. Olivia's hand reaches out and grabs mine, squeezing it so tightly it hurts. I squeeze back. Made the connection more than I realized. We're in this together, even if it feels like we're apart. Three of us stay like that, for it felt like I was wrapped in each other's grief, and the shared loss of losing someone so important to us. I can hear the murmurs of other people at the funeral, but they're distant. Like background noise in a world that doesn't matter anymore. I'd like to point out that something that is worth taking along with you. This. Oh, wait, I forgot to turn the screen back on. This is way more important than you think it is. When things like these happen that are so significant, it is easy to get lost in the grand meaning of things and to get obsessed with the idea that there must be meaning and purpose, that answers must be found and given. Because we consume so much media in which those answers are so clear and so obvious that being given permission to just leave it be is rare to come by. Eventually, Mrs. Yatacum pulls back, wiping her eyes with a handkerchief. She smiles at us, but it's a fragile thing, full of cracks. An angel, a porcelain doll, broken. He lives on through you two, remember that. Every time you create, every time you express yourself, he's there. He's always going to be there. Except that he isn't an artist! He's not even a photographer! He's at most a guy who tags or fights, like... Shouldn't you be like, I don't make anything? Come on, D! I nod, even though I don't fully understand. There's too much to process, but something in the words feels true. Maybe I don't have to figure it all out right now. Maybe I don't have to figure it all out right now. Maybe it's just enough to keep going forward, to keep trying. Olivia's voice is soft, barely more than a whisper. Pretty sure you used this one twice. Barely a whisper, barely above a whisper, barely above a whisper. Like, come on, man! I notice shit like this. Maybe I should just become an editor, since apparently I'm an asshole for it. Perfect. We'll make him proud. I don't trust myself to speak. I just squeeze her hand again. I want to believe her. I want to believe that we'll carry on the Attican's legacy, that we'll find a way to honor him, even when it feels impossible. But for now, all I can do is hold out to the people still here and hope that's enough. She lets out a sick sigh and nods at us. The ceremony's about to start. You two? Just say the ceremony's about to start. The ceremony's about to start. You two should find a seat and try to get comfortable. Okay. Why comfy? Fuck! Comfy is not a word for the situation! You say that to a child! Or when the situation is calm, not in the middle of a fucking funeral! You know, I got real comfy at the funeral. Register! Register! Fucking register! Oh, hi, Como. You're the only one here. I had a big emotional moment. Ain't that great? I nod and slip behind Olivia's chair to stop pushing us somewhere. A tail comes wrapping around my wrist and squeezes gently. Mrs. Yatacon steps away, her wings folding back gracefully as she moves to take her place among the other mourners. All I can think about when I read the word mourners is from RuneScape. Those guys with the cool fucking bird costumes and everything. Damn. I think they made those masks look more like bird masks in RS3. Olivia and I slowly maneuver to find a seat. The wheelchair's wheels creak softly as I push her. Every small sound magnified in the oppressive quiet of the room. I mean, there's a lot of people sniveling, man. Sniffing. I glance around the gathering crowd, a sea of faces blurred by my tears, a way to say goodbye to someone who meant so much to so many. When I finally sit after pushing into place, Olivia leans back, her eyes closed, her breathing ragged. I try to steady my own breath, my mind racing through those fragmented memories of Mr. Yatakan. How he was a fucking spooky force ghost in my dreams for once for some reason. His laughter, his encouraging dreams, his belief in me despite my flaws. He saw something in me that I could barely see myself. The light's gone. Leaving a void that's impossible to fill. Hush falls over the room as the ceremony begins. Soft, mournful music fills the air, and I can't help but feel like every note is a direct reflection of the ache of my chest. The speakers begin to share stories and memories, their voices echoing with sadness that resonates deep within me. I wouldn't use the word echoing. Ringing with sadness, clear with sadness, because if you're going with resonance, an echo should not be called first, because you're basically echoing twice. I catch snippets of praise from Mr. Yatakan, recounting his generosity, his passion for teaching, his unwavering support for everyone he encountered. Olivia's hand is still close. Olivia's hand still holds mine, and I squeeze it gently. No white knuckle squeeze this time. Trying to offer what little comfort I can. Her eyes remain closed, the expression a mix of sorrow and determination. She's strong, so much stronger than I feel right now. I'm grateful for her presence beside me. It's a reminder that even in our grief, we're not alone. I mean, even if you were alone and there was no one else here, the concept of grieving is so universal, which is why I keep saying don't kill a character unless it's like the thing that needs to happen. Which in this moment, like, sure, it's justifying itself by being pretty fucking heavily written, but did Yatakan have to die? Like, again, what is D doing that carries on Yatakan's passion? Fighting in a fight pit? It's a disconnect that it hasn't resolved yet. She's strong. Her eyes remain closed, an expression of mixture of sorrow and determination. She's strong. Much stronger than I feel right now, and I'm grateful for her presence beside me. It's a reminder that even in our grief, we're not alone. As the ceremony progresses, the speakers recount how Mr. Yatakan touched their lives. Scaler gives a heartfelt speech about how his legacy lives on through the countless students that he inspired. Each story, each tribute feels like a dagger to the heart, but also a testament to the incredible person he was. It's also overwhelming. There's a strange solace to hearing how loved he was, how much he meant to everyone. He gives a heartfelt speech about. Man, my voice is missing so much timbre with this mic. Blech! If only I had if only I had my old mic. And then that taxi driver guy shows up on stage. The Arakan's friend, the groom from the wedding. The guy that took me to have my talk with Mia. Malcolm, I think? Yeah, you're right, they were friends. The guy usually looks so goofy, so smug, but now he's reserved, quiet, withdrawn. It's a little daunting. He's still gonna use the fucking word goofy, and he's still gonna use the word comfy, though. Because register doesn't fucking exist in this world. He clears his throat before speaking, and for a moment there's a pause. Yes, that's what a moment is! A stillness that grips the room. Just say briefly there's a pause. Or a brief pause. Or for a moment, there's a stillness in the room. The pause and moment are, again, it's like echoing and resonance. They're fighting it out. And it's distracting. Most people are going to take a double take on that one. What Trent told me. What Trent told me about becoming an art teacher. I thought he was joking. That guy could barely draw a stick figure. Way back in the day before he started practicing. That wasn't what mattered to him. What mattered was the people. Trent cared about making sure that everyone knew their worth. Whatever you could paint like Dino Angelo, barely colored inside the lines. He always saw something in people, even when they didn't see it themselves. He stops for a moment, his gaze shifting to Attica's serene form in the coffin as though he's gathering his strength to continue. His next words are soft. Got so much fucking softness in this one, too. More personal. Why can't you just cut these out? Like, if you cut shit out and you have this many words, you're generally speaking off better than keeping them in. Like, removing repetition sometimes works. Sometimes it strengthens the remainder, right? The more adjectives you have, the more each of those adjectives is carrying a little bit. And if there is a lot to carry, good. But if there's not, focus. Eye on the prize. Trent and I, we talked a lot about life. About what makes us who we are. And he always came back to one thing. Passion. He said passion is what drives us, what keeps us going. Even when things seem bleak. They believe in the power of art, not because of the paint or the brushstrokes, but because of the passion behind it. I'm pretty sure Yarikan died because of AI art becoming a thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that killed him. I glance over at Olivia, my hand still gripping mine like a lifeline. She's listening, her face tight with emotion. But I could tell Malcolm's words are hitting her just as hard as they made it. You're not a passionate man! D, you're not an artist! Like, what is your passion? You fight because you're frustrated, if anything. It's not your What passion? This is what I mean with killing Yataka not working. There is no connection between D and Yataka that makes sense in this... Such a great funeral scene, and I don't fucking care! You moron! Know what? No. I don't use this word lightly. You retard! You could have made this work, but you didn't do it! Or just write a different scene. Like I said, keep Yataka alive and make it about regrets over breaking up connections. Like Yataka is upset about the whole contest thing, or something. I don't know. Slight tweaks, big results. Reminding us of everything Yataka believed in. Everything he stood for. Feels heavy, too heavy, because everything is fucking heavy and soft and suffocating. Like we're expected to carry that passion. Yes, his wife just told you this! Even though we're so broken right now. Malcolm takes a breath, his voice growing stronger. He used to say that the hardest part about life wasn't the challenges we face or the setbacks we encounter. It was holding on to that passion and the drive when everything else seemed to be falling apart. When I was going through it, he told me, Malcolm, passion is what makes us alive. Gives meaning to something mundane. That's what he saw in all of us. The fire, the potential to become more than we were before. The room is still, absorbing the weight of Malcolm's words. My throat feels tight, my chest aching with every breath I take. I'm not sure I'm ready to embrace this responsibility, this expectation. The thought of carrying Mr. Atakan's legacy seems overwhelming right now, especially when the only thing I feel is a deep gnawing sadness. Emptiness. But as I sit there holding Olivia's hand, I start to think about what he said. It's not about being perfect, but having all the answers. It's having that spark, that passion, holding on to something when everything else seems stuck. Beating the shit out of a random student in school, Just kicking me into the curb. That's the passion I gotta hold on to. I gotta become a Terminator. Malcolm steps away from the podium, his words leaving a lingering impact, but glances at me as he passes by, returns to his seat, and he smirks. Oh, that asshole. I can't be mad, though. All right, now. The ceremony continues, each speech is adding their piece to the mosaic of Mr. Yatakan's life and influence. I try to absorb it all, hold on to the memories and the stories and the feelings being shared. When it finally ends, the crowd starts to disperse. The room feels lighter somehow, though the grief and sadness still lingers in the air. It's because there's less people in the room. There's just more room to breathe. Olivia and I stay in our seats for a while, the weight of the moment pressing down on us. It's like we're both lost in our own little woods, struggling to find our footing amidst the emotional wreckage. I think I'm gonna have to adjust my review score a little bit because, man, wouldn't it be great if we had a passion for our main character to connect to a Yatakan with? I was gonna give it like, oh, it's a sad funeral scene. It's a moment where we get to, but then I realized none of this actually matters for D. Oh, Yatakan saw something in me. What? We don't know. What did he see? Can I see? Can you please share with the class? As the Yatakan approaches again. Her eyes still red, but it demeanor calm. It shouldn't have been more red after all this. It looks at us with a mixture of sadness and gratitude. I can't thank you both enough for being here. For everything you've done to honor Trent's memory. I mean, they didn't give any speeches. That's facetious. Being flippant. I want to say something. But the words I have, they feel so inadequate right now. It's just not. Up and she can see the gratitude and sorrow in my eyes. So much gratitude going around. Sadness and gratitude, sorrow, sadness. Like, I get it. But you can mix it up with words like loss and grief. Look up a thesaurus or just don't do it. It's just not open. She can see the emotion, reflected. Mirror, connect the characters. Olivia gives a weak smile. Her hands still gripping mine, her voice cracked with emotion. I'll make sure his passion lives on. I know you will. Remember, it's okay to grieve. Take your time. But remember that he's with you at every step you take, at every moment of your life. He knows that cool force power that lets you reincarnate as a spooky ghost, so if he's in your dreams, remember to say hello and give him a 5 on Yelp. And with that, she gives us a final gentle hug before making her way to the front to say goodbyes to the departing guests. Scalar finds us. She's rattled, but otherwise okay. Are you two going to be okay? We look at each other and oddly, yeah. It's this weird sort of sereneness that washed over me. It's because the Xanax kicked in. The pain is still there. The loss is still raw. Fresh. But yeah, I think I'll be okay. I'll look up at her from my seated position and nod, sighing shakily. Yeah, I think so. I mean, like, I'm okay with this. I do this a lot too, where characters think something and then they say it, but I like to do it right before the line to make clear that it's very intentional because it's really overt. Actually, I think this would work way better if we go with the pain is still at a loss sister, but I look up at her from her seated position and not sighing shakily. Yeah, I think I'll be okay. And then you have this. Get rid of this. Remove this. And it works better because now we're left hanging. We already know it's, or we just get rid of this. Get rid of the butt so we don't know. And we're like, oh, he stands up and and then we have this. We remove the nod too, right? Like you leave it hanging just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like we already know, but just a little bit. Olivia squeezes my hand gently. Me too. You sweat. Scala's smile gets a little wider, but genuine as she nods. Okay. She glances at the front towards Miss Yarrican and sighs. The burial itself will be a private affair, just family. So this is where... Wait. The burial itself will be a private affair, just family. So this is where we'll leave. You okay with that? Both look at each other briefly. Yeah, I don't think we could handle that right now anyway. I mean, you already saw the dead body. You know, you might be sad, but the bad memories of miasma are what really sticks with you. Let's go. Fun fact, embalming a body so that it's preserved for multiple days is hilariously involved. They're scooping your body out, baby! Holy shit, it takes a lot to turn a human body into something that sticks around for a couple more days. Like, the process of decomposition is aggressive as hell. There's a reason why they keep the eyes closed. Scalo nods and leads us out of the building. Saying her own goodbyes to... See, this is where it's fine to go with her own. Goodbyes to Mrs. Yatakan as we pass by. The Golden Tharo shares one final sad smile as the both of us head back out to Scala's car. I think at some point, man, if you're just gonna say final sad smile, just make it's the same smile. Like, at some point, there's only one smile you can have around here. And it's just becoming this pattern. The gesture loses meaning. Semantic satiation of expression. I help Olivia into the car. We all pile in. Register. Where's your register? In case you're a big bingus and you don't know fancy words, hold up. In social linguistics, register is a variety of language used for a particular purpose or particular communicative situation. For example, when speaking officially or in a public setting, the English speaker may be likely to form prescriptive norms for formal usage rather than a casual setting. For example, by pronouncing words ending as ang with a velar nasal instead of an alveolar nasal, instead of go on walking instead of walking. Christopher Walken here. Choosing more formal words like father versus dad or kid versus child. Or child versus kid, I guess. Like, there is no fucking register here. Just out the window. I mean, the funeral's over. This, like, comfy was way worse than this. But, you know. The ride back to the Pains is quite somber. Olivia and I hold hands as we both stare out our respective windows, contemplating what just happened in our own way. The city's view seems surreal as we pass by. Colors too bright, the noise too sharp. It's like we're moving through a different world. One that's gone with the day while ours is irrevocably changed. That's gone on with its days while ours is irrevocably changed. But that's grief, I guess. I mean, you lost your mom. You've already been through some form of grief. Maybe one day you'll be reviewing my garbage writing. Maybe. I don't know. Do you sure you want that? I don't know if I want to become an editor, Okomo. I don't know if I want to join the dark side. I will use the dark side provides power some would consider unnatural, like analyzing register of writing. You fool. He sounds too formal for a casual party. And then I crackle lightning from my fingers. He had it coming. I warned him about register. I warned him about using words like, oh, Mr. Sir, come on. I feel really weird. I feel like I shouldn't be. You took Xanax, man. I feel like I shouldn't be this calm. You literally commented on feeling weird earlier about this. Like I should be upset, crying, or angry. I'm just not. Is this anger? Is this acceptance? No, you gotta bargain first. I'll give you 350 for 350. Is this what it feels like to finally come to terms with something? I'm still sad. That much is true. But it says that this hour to break down sobbing sad. I'm more like this morose melancholy. Yep. That's it. You found it. Before I can really contemplate much further, Scalus pulls up into the Payne's driveway. Any scars still there, and the sun is steadily dipping its way into the evening. As I get Olivia's chair out for and get her situated, I become keenly aware of an important fact. I'm fucking exhausted. All three of us are. Scalar rolls her window down and regards us both with another small smile. I'll see you both at school tomorrow, okay? Yeah. Olivia speaks first. That's a fucking novelty. Thank you, Principal Scalar, for all of this. She nods, a smile widening. Of course, Mrs. Halford, I'm glad I could help. Good night, both of you. Get inside. It's chilly out here. Yeah, that's just because your meteor dodges don't have any heat resistance or cold resistance, I guess. Man, I hit you guys with an ice spell. You'll suffer like the what is it called again? In that Pathfinder, you can be an oracle and you can be cold blooded if you're a lizard man. Yeah, that's a cool class. I like that one a lot. Man, they really killed the Oracle in Pathfinder 2, didn't they? Yeah, the system really isn't built around the idea of having characters have positives and negatives like that. So, they kind of had it coming. They never saw it coming! I'm not kidding, by the way. Let me look it up. I really do like... well, I know Como really likes the Oracle. Como fucking loves Oracle. But admittedly, Oracle is a really fun class in Pathfinder 1st Edition. It's a class where you get a curse. And you get some neat powers in return. They're pretty cool powers. The curse itself is like one thing. Here we go. Cold-blooded lizard folk. Your blood turns sluggish. Without sufficient heat, you must seek warmth and shelter earlier than most. This oracle curse is common among lizard folk and other oracles with reptilian subtype. You take a -4 penalty on saves versus cold spells and effects, and whenever you fail such a saving throw, you are staggered for 1 round. You can survive without food 4 times longer than typical creature species before you begin to starve. At 5th level, poisons affecting you have their onset time doubled and last half as long as they would after a set time. For example, poison with a frequency of 1 per round for 6 rounds would instead have a frequency of 1 per round for 3 rounds. Poisons with no onset time give an onset time of 1 round. At 10th level, whenever an action you've readied is triggered, you can take an additional move action at half your speed, along with the readied action, even if you've already taken move action that round. That's fucking baller, man. 10th level for a spellcaster? Ooh. At 15th level, you can take an additional move action a number of times a day equal to your charisma mod of... Oh, that's pretty baller. You're just a little skittery boy. I'm so shaky, I'm just shaking all over the place. Only on your turn, you can only take 1 of these per turn. That's pretty cool. Como had the right idea. It's a fucking great, cool little thing. Too bad that Pathfinder 2nd Edition just doesn't have the design space for cool ideas like that because the game is meant to be more balanced. That's the cost of balance, is you can't be fucking weird. I mean, you can have things like Cup of Dust. Oh no, I'm so thirsty. Oh no. Who the fuck even uses the survival rules in Pathfinder? What fucking loser are you? That you're playing goddamn Call of Duty and you're like, I'm gonna go eat my lunch in Call of Duty. My rations are so great. I'm like, you're playing Call of Duty, man. Who cares about rations? The military-industrial complex isn't trying to recruit you with rations. Ugh. Okay, let's move on. She rolled the window back up and I'd like to take her advice. Grabbing hold of Olivia's chair and making it for the front door, she pulls out of the driveway. It opens before I get there, revealing Randy with a warm but somber smile on his face. Welcome home, you. Welcome home, y'all. Want some hot chocolate? He steps aside as I wheel her in. And he briefly leans out of the door to wave at Scalar, who returns it. He shuts... Why did you even look? Why did you even look to notice? Like, this is... I recently wrote about this in a post, right? I don't like characters having this omniscience where they just look around all the damn time. It's like... He steps outside, that's all you know. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's cute. It's a cute detail. It's like he doesn't care about this at the moment, but we can infer what it means, like smart people do. Give your readers some credit. And if someone asks, you get to be a smart asshole about it, which is so good. He shuts the door and the warmth house wash over yet again. Why didn't it wash over when you stepped inside, buddy? And all I could do with follow fake. I just felt rejuvenated. I mean, like, the problem is that at the funeral, you were surrounded by people you didn't know. They were strangers. You didn't know them. But now it's with people you know, that you love, that you know you love. Olivia and I glance at each other, both nod. I speak first for this time. You speak so many fucking times first, man. Don't even pretend it's special. Yeah, actually, that will go real smooth right now, Pops. Thanks. Alrighty, but I'll go put the pot on, and both of you get changed in the meantime, alright? I mean, those costumes can't be comfortable. He steps away towards the kitchen. The rest of the family's lounging idly in the living room. Sophia smiles at us warmly. I would be surprised if she smiled at you coldly. And Damien regards cautiously. I inhale and shoot him a smirk, which causes his eyes to widen. But he very promptly returns a very wild grin. Returns what is a very wild grin? Vinny glances between us, mildly confused, but elects to say nothing. Returning his sparse attention to the TV. After Olivia and I get changed and settle ourselves into the living room, Randy hands us both a steaming mug of hot chocolate. Normally I'd get another family member's mug, but Randy hands mine, notice a different pen. It's a new name on it. D! You know, I heard a lot of jokes you kids like to tell, so I'm giving you the D. Mr. Payne, you are way too old for that not to sound at least a little creepy. Oh, I know. I damn well know, and I'm loving it. And then he's like, oh no, I couldn't discourage him. I'm stuck with this for the rest of my life. I look up at Randy, eyes wide, who looks down at me with an almost sheepish grin. Randy does not look sheepish. His hands in his pockets as he shrugs. I was going to wait until Christmas, but I figured it'd be all right as an early present. Enjoy it, son. I know you bought me the entire Montezuma castle, but, you know, I thought of you rich bastard? I can't help but let out a shaky laugh. Everything's fucking shaking today. Damn it. Just when I thought I was done crying today, I swipe a thumb across my eyes so before they can leak proper and then not towards pain. To the pain patriarch. I fucking hate that everyone does that one. Thanks, Randy. Ren sat gently on my shoulder, squeezing softly before he steps over to his recliner and settles in with a content huff. I sip idly at my drink, savoring the warmth that flows through my body. I mean, you're a warm-blooded person. You're fine. Damien suddenly speaks up. Also, you were outside for like 5 seconds from the car. In a suit. Yo, Deester, now that your hands fell out of a cast, you're going pretty good in that brace, huh? Yeah, I think so. Why? That means you can hold the controller now, right? Remember what I said. Don't get too comfy. As soon as your hand is good, you're jumping in and getting shredded again. What a twist. What an emotional twist. You know, Mia wasn't a plot twist, but this fucking is an emotional twist. I hate this chapter. My God, are we ending on a poor one? Fuck. Jesus. Like, my big problem with this funeral is, like, what the fuck actually connects this guy, right? We're done. That's it. That's all the 25 chapters that exist right now. I'm sorry to tell you, but I was going to give this a 7 because it was enjoyable, you know? It was alright. Had a good time. But this last chapter, fucking clothesline me out of the blue in a bad way. Not a good way. Because, like I said, there is nothing connecting D to Iadakon. They're talking about passion. What fucking passion? He doesn't draw. He doesn't do photography. His whole tagging thing has not come up yet. His passion is fighting, and that's not what Iadakon knows or cares about, right? Oh. And it's mostly a passion as like a thing to get, you know, it's not a thing that he seems to be passionate about because he... Oh, fuck. It just ruins this chapter that he gets the POV when he has the least to say. Olivia should have so much to fucking cry about. Damn. The Minecraft movie is out. You know what? This chapter might have been, like, tore down the score by 1 point single-handedly. But at least the Minecraft movie is out. There is no register in this. Goddamn. You know, Mr. Yadakon's wife. You know, Mrs. Yadakon. The fact that it took him a hot minute to figure that one out just fucks me up. All right. I'm just sad that something that was a 7 out of 10 is now a 6 out of 10. It's passable, and I'm just sad about that. Why would you do this? You were so close. I'm still not going to fully review it because it's not completely out yet and the author seems to be alive. But my God, man. You know, the Mia thing was one thing, right? I was upset about Mia for a variety of reasons, but, you know, you were kind of in a no-win situation because you either need to expand Mia or just do the fight scene that you were obviously going to have and it wouldn't be great. You know, you kind of had to make it work. Catch-22. This is like, just don't kill Yadakon! Just don't kill the man! It's that simple. Like I said, only kill a character if it's the only way out. Oh, fuck, man. The whole reason Yadakon dies in Wani is because it forces... Olivia to grow up, but none of these characters get that. You kill the Atagon for nothing, thematically and character-wise speaking. All it does is make everyone sad. Ah. If I don't cool down, I might even lower the score to a 5 out of 10. I might even say like, come on, man, you are doing all right, and it was kind of like just cute stuff. You know, it was a cute fic. But if you're trying and failing, you know, it's like, you know, the teacher's like, you know, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm also went to the movie adaptation. D is played by Jack Black. Why is he play Jack Black? Okay, you know that meme with the woman like, let me just take a drink. No. Why is D played by Jack Black? Jack Black is not athletic enough. He can't fight. Why is Jack Black D? Jack Black should be Damien at best. Resident Evil movie lady as Liz. Brad Pitt as Damien. Oh. No, why are you doing it wrong? Why do I let you guys vote? You voted wrong. I almost have an intention of invoking anti-democracy, and it's like, actually, I'm picking Infamous, the least voted option, because I don't like the answer. People want to go with Tory Game, or I want to kiss that Snoot, and like, okay, fine, I kind of want to read those two, but they're so big, they're so large, real large, real large. Anyway, yeah, this fucking chapter. They're similar length too. Fuck, they're similar length, but the chapter count is different. Huh? Comment count is different. People like, I want to kiss that Snoot more. I mean, I guess they prefer to look at Anon than Inko, which is fair enough. Volcano Forge cardboard never happened. I think I'll read the first chapter of both in my own time and then just decide which one I want to do the most then if this vote holds up. But personally, I was really looking forward to the Infamous one because it sounds fucking stupid. Or Sugar and Cyanide, which is a non-canon pairing, which is always a little bit exciting. You know, a little spice, a little tomato in my potato. Which one was it again? Olivia and Anon, and Nito and Mia. Oh, fucking Mia, damn. Explicit. What eventual smut? Mmm. Dubcon kissing. Ooh. Ooh. That would have required me to black out the screen, huh? Sunko, you think I'm so damn pretty? You're so keen on the idea of being good friends? Oh, no. What would you do if I kissed you? Racism and talking to strange boys. Listen, I just like it when a fic has some gusto, has a little bit of guts, you know? Goes a little wacky, a little off the cuff. It's also only less than 100,000 words, which is like, come on, man, I can actually fucking relax. And then there was Nothing Else Matters, which was non-straight. You know, the penis. Also only 100,000 words. You know, 30 chapters, 100,000 words. Holy shit, it's actually a reasonably paced fucking fic. I mean, maybe I'll actually fucking write something. How to write Inko. Treat him like a golden... Yeah, that is what Inko is. He's just a big soft idiot. He's a little boy. Dreamt is J.K. Simmons because he wants pictures of the wedding. What he wants is pictures of Spider-Man. Why isn't anyone doing that overlap? God damn it, Tremt. TT Yadakan. Everyone calls him Titty. We only got 32 hours until the vote's over on the new emoji. Smirking and winning. Anyway, that was Punch Drunk Gator. Mia's played by Dwayne Johnson. Listen, I kind of... Listen, okay? Listen. I'm kind of feeling that. Kind of feeling it. I think I think what we might do is that we alternate a little bit, mix it up, because sticking to one thing, fair, but I don't know if I want to read 500,000 words of one thing and want to strangle myself to death. Where's my reading list? Where's the reading list? Where's the reading list? Safi, you need to update the reading list. There it is. There it is. Let's give it the edit. Punch Drunk Gator, officially finished. Up next, Nobody Knows. Which have I read already, then? Oh yeah, Nothing to Something was pretty big, right? Nothing to Something is still only half the fucking length. And that felt, I mean, to be fair, Nothing to Something just felt like it took forever! Because of different reasons. Inco noted was 80,000. Yeah, this is a really big one. And I don't know if this guy knows how to... Who wrote these anyway? Arloch? Do I know anything that he wrote? Oh, he wrote Inco Noted? This man wrote Inco Noted. You know what? If this motherfucker wrote Inco Noted, I'm a little more positive. I don't know why it needs to be 300,000 words a pop, but fuck. It's a little better. Adam Sandler. What if we have Vinny played by Adam Sandler? We just use perspective tricks and like digital editing to make Adam Sandler really small. And nobody calls attention to it. He's a hobbit, don't worry about it. Listen, you and I both know that it'd be the stupidest fucking thing to do, which is why it's fucking great. Don't ever let me be in charge of making a movie. I'll actually have some good advice. And I'll get pissed off by the system not cooperating. Because I know that the real problem is often the systems within which these things exist. The flaws are sometimes the writers, but one must not forget that those writers exist within a system that must cooperate for their actions and desire to become truthful. Well, I'm working on some things. I might even upload something soon. I'm actually getting into a good writing spirit. It helps that I'm not stressed the fuck out. Great. So, I'm going to wait on those polls a little bit. It's probably going to be Wani Kiss or Tory Game. I'm going to read the first chapter of both, if that is the case, and I'm going to see which one is, which one will make me cry the least. That's so mean. We'll see where we are when we get there. I gotta draw the thumbnails too. I think I'm gonna make one thumbnail for both and just kind of fuck with it. It's, I made a really cute thumbnail for what was it called again? Promise of a Lifetime, and I never got to use it. I might as well take that one and edit it. It might work. Take that, edit the shirt, then edit the jacket. Yeah, that actually would work really well. Oh fuck yeah! Time to cheat. I know that Inco Noted deserves a little better than that, but we have to put Tim Curry in because he's actually an actor. Can Tim Curry be Scalar then? Just to fuck with things. Come on, we're already being fucking weird about this. No. Tim Curry. No. I think I'm thinking the wrong guy. Tim Curry is the space guy who wants to go to space to escape capitalism. He could be the cab driver, the groom. We could give him a couple of extra scenes for fun. Space. My stomach is empty, but my mind is full of bacon. You must imagine the bacon. Envision it in your tum-tums. I gotta draw stuff. I gotta draw something, Rudy. Things have been going better of late, and I actually feel a little bit more... Shit, my cord isn't long enough to stretch all the way to the... Anyway, my finances have been doing a bit better too, so I'm feeling a little plusher. No. Sometimes, Luigi, the trick is to get through the hard part and then just relax. I had a fun dinner last night. I used chopsticks for the first time in my life, and I didn't drop any... Well, I didn't drop anything that I wasn't, Listen, okay, I wasn't very good with it. I wasn't doing great. I wasn't doing great, okay? It could have been better. Could have been fucking better, okay? 30th, and then it was... Oh, that's almost a month. That's almost a week. That's very good for my... Wait, what was that? What was that? Oh. Oh, that's what that stands for. Ah. Well, you learn something every day. They got Tim Curry, J.K. Simmons, George Takei, and Jonathan Price to do Riddle. I think I don't know with Tim Curry how they got him, but what a fucking George Takei, really? Anyway, we say goodbye to Punch Drunk Gator for now. As I said before, we will be coming back to finish it up later down the line when the chapters release. If they release before I'm fucking dead. This funeral scene was so good that I am so mad you fucked it up by not giving the main character a reason to give a shit. Like, holy shit. You killed the Otacon, you made a good scene, but you didn't connect it. I don't. Uh, you know what it feels like loving someone that's in a rush to take out the garbage. It's a very specific feeling. Wait, Arlock and Receiver K? Wait, wait a minute. Who's Receiver K? Do I need to worry about this man? You could have multiple authors working on something? What? Oh, only Tori. Wait, what's going on? Okay, so Arlock. Receiver K wrote both. Oh, he wrote Misconnection. I like Misconnection. Okay, cool. So we got two people I like. That's good. That's what we in the business like to call good. It's still early. Let's do sales. I've been at this for an hour, man. I got. You gonna give me $50? Or am I doing this out of the kindness of my heart? Because I don't know if I want to do something like this out of the kindness of my heart. I want to hold on to that in case I need it somewhere later down the line. You know, as a surprise tool that will help us later. I don't think you fully understand that. I don't think you understand, right? It's 8,000 words, I know, but it's perfect for when I just don't have the energy or time. Okay? I'm not squandering my golden ticket here and now. I have. Uh, Know what I feel like. Na, 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 na. Someone I know is doing a playthrough of Void Stranger, and I fucking hate it because I've seen so many people do a fucking LP and then I hate it. Half my life savings was a currency. Oh shit. Fine. How badly do you want it? Sell me. If you can sell, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I need this. Okay, this is my ace up my sleeve. I need this. There will be a time when I just need something that makes me laugh, that makes me just cheer up a little. And I need. There's not enough weirdness in the world to squander it on a random moment. We just finished a funeral scene. I'm not. Register. I gotta go draw some stuff anyway. I got enough shit to do. I pull up my pants. I straighten up my tie. Man, that was some good Fuyong Hai though. What was it again? Karaage? Had that too? Mmm, tasty. Had some egg rolls. Mmm, minis. They were delicious. Bami. Yeah, that too. Mihun. What else? Oh, yeah, it's some crispy beef. Yeah. Oh man, it was so delicious. Been a while since I've eaten out somewhere that isn't inside. It was just spoiled. I'm spoiled. I'm swooning. You know what? I'm gonna make this decision for me. We'll do that. We'll do Cell's weird trip. If I don't finish it by Friday, probably not gonna happen. I'll do it then. Otherwise, we're keeping it tucked up my sleeve for later. Or if I finish a chapter really early and I'm like, fuck it, I'm not doing another chapter, but we'll do something else funny. It'll sit nice. Sit in the baby chair, a little baby chair for babies. Sometimes that's just the way it works. What a weird selection of writings. Wani Gator 4, Goodbye Volcano High 11, Godzilla Shouja series movies 1, Dragon Ball 1, 2, Snoot Games, Sage Route rewritten. I'm starting from scratch. There's no saving the old one. You know, I do feel like that sometimes. Abandoned. in March. GG Snoot. Did you, Snoot? This guy really loves starting shit, it seems. Put up them fists, boy. Spider Fang. Snoot Busters. Oh man, this guy's just having fucking fun. This guy's just having fun with life. This is a series? This is a series? There's more? Well, fuck me. There's more. Well, I'm gonna go. Have a good day. Have a good whatever the fuck PR you do. I don't know what planet you're on. I don't know if you're tidally locked with your local sun. Make it a good one. Probably see you all Friday, or maybe I'll move it to Saturday, like an asshole, and I'll just be like, listen, I already did a stream in the weekdays. I'm a little sassy boy, I'm a little sassy asshole. Until then, Digimon, digital monsters. Digimons are the